want to know how to train your backside, where you can incorporate these two movements into your training protocol. Before we get started, make sure you turn on the notifications bell and subscribe to my channel. If you're new here, I would love the support. All right, so the first exercise is going to be a back squat. And we're gonna be doing 3 sets of 10 of this back squat. I'm gonna demonstrate with a PVC pipe. You guys can follow along. This is going to strengthen not only your backside, i.e. your hamstrings and glutes and spinal erectors, but also your core as well, and quads and hip flexors. So kind of an all-in-one, one-stop shop. So with the barbell, you're gonna have the bar on the back. If you're in a rack position, you wanna make sure the bar is set up so it's underneath your shoulders. If it is above your shoulders, you're gonna have to go onto your tippy toes to get it out. That is gonna be insufficient in terms of safety. So bar is gonna be set up underneath shoulders. Hands are right outside your shoulders. I like to have my thumb around. I'm gonna pull myself underneath, stand up, one step away from the rack. Now, points of performance for the squat, I'm gonna have my feet underneath my shoulders, toes turned out slightly. If you guys are looking for a squat tutorial, check out one of my previous videos that I talk about training the squats and also ways to fix your squat. So from here, the back squat, you're gonna do 3 sets of 10, take a big breath, brace, push the butt straight down, get your hip crease below top of the thigh, push the knees out, and also think of keeping your elbows close to your torso, so you're actively pulling into the rib cage and also pressing up into the bar. The back squat is a great way, like I said, to train not only your hamstrings and glutes, but also your quads and core. So you'll do 3 sets of 10 reps, rest about 2 to 3 minutes, and complete a total of 3 sets. Another exercise that you guys can incorporate to strengthen your backside is specifically your glutes and hamstrings. Good mornings with the barbell. So same setup position, hands are on the outside, I'm gonna pull myself underneath. Same position in terms of that high rack position. I'll take one big step away to make sure I'm clear of the bar. From here, something to note. You wanna make sure you're training your good mornings similar to other movements that you do. So for example, if you play golf, I used to play golf growing up, I want to mimic, and when I was doing world long drive, I wanted to mimic my stance that I would be in my golf position. So I trained good mornings with a wider stance. If you have something else that you're training for, mimic that stance to that sport or to that specific activity. So from this position, I'm gonna have a slight bend in my knee. I'm gonna brace my midline, push my belly button out, or press my body out like I'm bracing for a belt. Then from here, I'm gonna push my butt back, hinging from the hip, getting as low as I can while maintaining a flat spine. So if you get to about a 45-degree angle and you start to feel your back round, stop. That's your end range of motion. So a big breath in, you brace, push the butt back, torso comes forward, go as low as you can, maintain a flat spine, squeeze your butt and hamstring, and extend all the way back up, looking to open up that hip in that position. You're going to do 5 sets of 5 with that good morning. Again, I'm demoing with a PVC pipe, but you could use a barbell. You could also use a light dumbbell if you don't have access to barbell. I'm gonna give some modifications here in a second. Also, if you guys are new to my channel, I would love your support by signing the link below. That's gonna get you entered into a free giveaway. Your email and your name, you'll get entered into a package to win Phorm. It's gonna be a multitude of items from pre-workout to protein as well as protein bars. If you want additional entries, you can click the link below for the GoRuck shoes and trainers. They are the best training shoes to squat in personally. I love them and I deadlift in them as well. They're an all-around training shoe. Use code GOMARGO and that will get you 10% off and 10 additional entries into the giveaway. All right, let's go over modifications. So now that we've covered the back squat and the good morning, let's go over some modifications specifically to the good morning. Now, if you have a band, that is a great substitute if you don't have a barbell or access to a barbell or even dumbbells. You're gonna step in the band, your feet will be about hip width distance or shoulder width distance depending on how much band you have available. From here, I'm gonna hinge from the hips, band is at the base of the neck, hands are gonna be right outside my traps. I'm gonna push my butt back, extend my hip, or extend my butt as high as I can with a slight bend in my knee, hands on my traps. I'm gonna squeeze my butt and hamstrings, open my hip, hold for a second, then return back to the bottom position where I'm at my flat spine, almost parallel. Again, your end range of motion is gonna be dependent on your flexibility. Remember that. Your range of motion is gonna be dependent on your flexibility or lack of flexibility. So don't mimic exactly how I am unless you have that point of performance of that flat spine. Now, if you're doing banded good mornings, you could perform anywhere between 20 to 25 reps and complete 3 to 4 sets of that. That is another substitute. Last substitution before we move on, you could do seated good mornings on a bench. I like these a lot as it allows you to take out that weight and loading. It also helps you get to a lower position in terms of your torso if you don't have much flexibility. So you're gonna get on a bench, you're gonna straddle the bench, your feet will be up. If you have plates where you can elevate your feet, that will make it a little more challenging. If you're super tight, keep your feet like so, where your hip is gonna be higher than your thigh here or knee. Now, start out with just body weight. Push your butt or push your torso forward, hinge as much as you can, keeping a flat spine, getting as low as you can. And then from here, think of squeezing the glutes and extend. If you want some loading, get a light dumbbell, place it on your back, bring your hands on the outside, same thing, hinging forward, then as low as you can, and then extending up. Safety component here, make sure the back is flat. If you start to feel rounding, finish at that position right there, that moment. Other option, if you're doing the dumbbell like I just demonstrated, make sure your elbows don't hit the bench in terms of safety component as well. Here, start off with 5 sets of 5 as well. You could also modify to 3 sets of 10. Start lightweight, feel more comfortable. This is going to help you train your backside, i.e. your posterior chain, hamstrings, glutes, spinal erectors, and then your core. Core comes from your hips to your shoulders. If you guys found this beneficial, I would love for you to share with others. Please feel free to leave a comment below if you like this and let me know what you loved more of this week. This was a lower body focus, specifically posterior chain, but I appreciate the support for tuning in. And again, any questions on the giveaway, leave me a comment below.